Right guys, I am in my creative world right here. This is for the second part of the episode. This is where I've just done a little bit of testing, really with nothing at all. Because anything I really want to test I can just do normally. But, there you go. Fuck off, mobs. Yeah, I want to test something a little bit dangerous. And I don't really want to go testing this in my actual world, because if it does end up not working, then it's going to be extremely bad. Now, basically, I'll tell you what I'm building. I am moving on to nuclear power. And what I want to do right here is test the power of a nuke. Because a normal nuke, I'll just come over here and show you this. A normal nuke is a pretty damn powerful thing. So just keep your eyes on that nuke there. It's got about a 15-second charge time, I believe. That's mainly so that you can get the fuck out of there, because they are dangerous. As you can see, a normal nuke did that. And my my thing is I want to test the power of warded glass, because it says nothing can break it, so I believe it, but I want to test just how nuke resistant it is. So I'm going to just build a little thing right here and test whether a nuclear explosion in a reactor would be able to penetrate the glass, because the glass itself shouldn't be able to be broken by anything. I mean, in the most recent update it was changed, because before it could be broken by like turtles and stuff, and I've proved that you can break it with a Vajra if you do it right. So let me just get some reactor and reactor chamber, and let's just go with plutonium cells, because they are the super badass cells. So let's say nuclear reactor there, and we'll put a thing on it. And can I get more of these? Where's the plutonium? Yes, give me a few of those. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick those in there. Now, as you can see, it's not actually running yet, so maybe I think I need to give it a redstone signal. Yeah, now it's running. So that looks like it blew up already, but did nothing. Strange. Huh. Okay, that might have been some kind of bug. So let's just take this. Okay, something's definitely gone wrong now. Can't even open it. Is that because there's no reactor chamber on there? No, I think I've just broken my world. Strange. See, nuclear reactor. No, oh well. It looked like the warded glass protected from the initial blast, which was what I really cared about. I just wanted to make sure that warded glass would be good enough, because I see people using like iridium reinforced stone and stuff like that, and I'm just like, there is no way you have to use such expensive materials, right? And I just wanted to do a bit of testing for myself. So let's get some redstone. Yeah, just a redstone torch will do. Set these off. No. Okay, whatever I've done, I've proper broken everything around here. Yeah, I probably should have just looked at these guys first. I have proper just broken this world. I don't know what I've done. There you go. If you want to break a world, just put a shitload of nuclear reactors together at once and blow them up. That works. But yeah, this is the blast radius of a normal nuke. It's pretty damn big, and a nuclear reactor with enough fissionable materials in it can actually be made to be a lot more dangerous than just that. So I'm just going to jump over to my single. Right guys, sorry about that. You may have just seen a very, very weird cut. I just did this stuff in the creative world, and I actually recorded another 10 minutes, but I lost it because once again Fraps decided to record my desktop, not the window, well, I'm not even windowed. Well, I am technically windowed, so yeah. But it decided to record my desktop, so there's 10 minutes of me speaking over my desktop. But basically, what I did was I used Fabricator to make the nuclear reactor and the reactor chamber, and then I started building this, and I went off cam to do it so that I could go and just make these. And basically the room is finished, and this looks kind of fucking evil with all this darkness around. It looks kind of cool, I must say. But this is going to house our nuclear reactors. Oh, I said reactors with an S. Yes, there is going to be multiple reactors. Most probably one there. I suppose I put my wand away. Yes. I didn't put my wand away. Fuck's sake, I'm such a derp sometimes. So, yes, there's most probably going to be not six, at least 4 reactors. Because then the next one, have I got any blocks to actually place down? Give me some blocks. Ooh, cave. If only caves mattered. Right, yes, basically I'm going to have one there, and then... Oh, I have my woven diggers on me. I have loads of fucking blocks. Ah, they're all gravel though. Yeah, I don't really want gravel. Give me some cobble. There's going to be one there, and then probably... No. It's hard to build with glass. So I'm going to have another one here. Destroy that. Like that. And I could probably even get another one here. So I could get a lot of these going at once. And then I can have another one right here. So let me ask you guys something. Who here likes Doctor Who? Because I think I mentioned this in another video recently, but I fucking love Doctor Who. I mean, I've been watching, when I started watching Doctor Who, I started with the old ones from like the 60s. You know, the graphics so bad that the Dalek was literally just like a guy in a fucking bin. Stuff like that. But I've always liked Doctor Who. And the new series has just come back from its break. For some reason it took a break. I don't know, I thought it's mainly American shows that do that. They do that all the time. They love their mid-season breaks. They fucking love them. Like Walking Dead took a mid-season break for like, oh, how long was it? 6 months? But yeah, I absolutely love Doctor Who. And the new series recently came back from its break, and I was kind of disappointed with the new episode. I hadn't even seen the Christmas special, but yeah, I was really disappointed, I must say. I mean, there was some cool ideas in it, but there's always cool ideas in Doctor Who. The thing that really intrigues me is like, it's the same reason I love Sherlock TV show, because it's watching the mind at work. And you know, when it's Sherlock, it's watching the detective's mind at work, and when it's I'll put that away. Oh, I already had one. When it's Doctor Who, it's watching the Doctor's mind at work. But yeah, let me know what you think about that. But anyway, I actually want to do some more planning before anything. So this right here is a GregTech computer cube with all the dots and numbers and stuff. I think they're supposed to be numbers. Oh, can't move it. Also can't remove it. What if I click on that side? No? What if I click on the top? Huh. How is one supposed to remove a GregTech computer cube? Not with the Vajra. Good thing I've got another one of those sitting around. Fuck's sake, Greg, really? Right, GregTech computer cube. You place it down, it has a G for GregTech. As, actually everything Greg makes has a G on it like that. Like, look. Oh, where'd it go? There used to be. It must be my texture pack. There's usually like a G down here. It's Strange. But yes, this is the GLAD OS operating system for GregTech computer cubes. And don't worry, this isn't computer programming. You guys know I fucking hate that. This is a reactor. So what you can do is this gives you space as if you had a nuclear reactor, and this lets you plan out what you want to build. So let's go back. So say I wanted thorium cells, because that's a good thing to use. So you put like 4 thorium cells down. In fact, let's move those there. Is that centered? That's centered. So let's go 6 thorium cells, and if we hit this button, it just starts running, and it tells you how long until a catastrophic meltdown. So after 25 seconds with 6 quad thorium cells, we would hit 10,200 heat, and we would explode with an explosion power of 34. And it would, in that time, it would generate 64,000 EU, which is not bad. So now we want to cycle through here, and we want to find the other things that we're going to use. So coolant cells, RSH condensers, LZH, reactor plating is quite a good one, because what that does is, I believe, like ups the maximum heat of the reactor. So yeah, 20,000. So just putting a few of those in ups the maximum heat of the reactor. I think it's like 500 per or something. Heat capacity reactor plating, what does that do? Probably the same thing. Yeah, drastically ups the capacity of the reactor. So I mean, you could do, in theory, something like this, which would be very stupid. It would not last at all long. No, remove. And this, but basically, this lets you plan out as if you have a nuclear reactor with no danger of losing anything. Oh look, that would run for 260 seconds before exploding. So yeah, let's just remove these and see how exactly we want to do this. So some basic statistics on nuclear reactors and their fissionable materials. There is 3 types. You have let's go double. Where's the double? Okay, so you have 3 types. You have uranium. Oh, I can't type for shit. So yes, you have uranium cells, which you can get. You have a normal cell. You can combine 2 of those to make a dual. It's dual, not double. That's why. And then you can combine 2 of those with dense copper plates to make a quad uranium cell. Uranium is the middleman, so it is completely neutral. It gives off X amount of energy and X amount of heat for X amount of time, whereas thorium is the low end. It gives off 4 times less heat, 4 times less energy, but for 4 times as long. So it gives off overall exactly the same amount, but it's easier to deal with because it doesn't push out as much heat as fast, so it just takes longer. And plutonium is exactly the opposite, where it gives out 4 times more heat, 4 times faster, and 4 times less energy. That's the one. So plutonium is the other end for super high powered reactors. Like this would be putting out 128 EU a tick. But if we switch these to quad plutonium cells, this would be putting out 1,1280 EU per tick. So it might actually be by a factor of 5 instead of a factor of 4. And that would last 3 seconds. But basically, let me just teach you another little thing here. So, no, I need to go. Let's take a thorium cell as an example. So 1 thorium cell on its own. Wow, really? Just one thorium cell would. This basically cycles through it really fast, like runs the nuclear reactor program and sees how long it would take. It would take a long time. Like after 10 minutes, it still wouldn't. 1 thorium cell wouldn't have melted a reactor. But you see, it is currently putting out 1 EU per tick. If we put a second one in there, say here, it's now putting out 2 EU per tick. But if we put them next to each other, they bounce off and double each other's output. So they're now putting out 4 EU per tick. So if we have 4 of them in there randomly, that's 4 EU per tick. But if you put 4 of them all touching, so they can all bounce off each other, then that's 12 EU per tick. So basically the most efficient way to get energy would be something like that. This one in the center would be putting out so much energy. Ah, yes, but it also, of course, the more you put in there, the quicker it's going to melt and everything like that. So that's why we have the quad cells and stuff. So let me just 1, 2, 3. So 4 quad cells together. Each quad cell, let me just change that to quad, puts out 12 EU per tick. So obviously 2 next to each other are going to give you 32 EU. Like, they bounce back off each other and feed off each other's energy. So at this rate, each is putting out 20 instead of 12. So it just makes them more efficient, makes them put out more energy, but there's more heat to go around. So when you're designing your nuclear reactor, you need to be really careful about how you put stuff around and what you put around. See, something like this, yeah, 2 seconds, it will put out 113,000 EU in that time, but it's going to have an explosion power of 266, which I don't even know how powerful that is. Like, it's literally unfathomable for me. I could not tell you. But yeah, there's this basically lets you cycle through. What's it? I think it's. Well, how do you get the? How do you clear the screen? I can't remember. There we go. No. So yeah, this lets you cycle through. Ah, balls. Go back. Lets you cycle through all the components you can put in there. This is also a nice way of learning what you can put in there and what sort of effect it will have. So you can test everything to do with your reactor before ever actually, building a single part of your reactor. You can find out what's going to work the best, how it's all going to fit together, how many resources you're going to need, stuff like that. And this I like. This is one of the best things Greg has added, and I am a huge fan of this. I mean, if you know anything about nuclear reactors, you'll know there's certain types, like breeder reactors, which are used to turn depleted isotope cells back into... of course that's not going to work, that's uranium, isn't it? Yeah. They're used to turn depleted isotope cells back into normal uranium cells. So something like that. You see its durability goes up as you do that. That's it feeding off the heat of these. And so let's actually try and get something that can last here. So let's get rid of these, and let's see, what do we want? I think some coolant cells. Let's put some 60k coolant cells in and around here, and you'll see the ones that actually take damage. These ones. So these ones are literally doing nothing to help, and this one's taking damage from both of those. And bang, we have re-enriched uranium. And it stopped running. That's actually not bad. So that's how you get your re-enriched uranium, which you need for neeks. You need them for neeks. Remember that. Remember that you need them for neeks. So why did that actually not explode? Curious. This is still building up absolutely zero heat. Ah, but there you go. Then they melted. So yeah, basically. This lets you play around with that. You can use it for scanning seed bags from industrial craft. You can get all your centrifuge recipes in case you don't have NEI, and you can also test out the fusion reactor recipes. It tells you what you do, input, output, ticks, all that stuff, and it gives you some information on the fusion reactor and what you need to build it. So, electrolyzer as well. Fucking hell, Greg, you've really gone overboard. So the Greg Tech Computer Cube is a very, very nice little piece of kit. Yeah, I know, I shouldn't have done that, but I don't give a shit. I don't want it sitting there sucking all my energy up, because I have energy coming that way. It does require energy to run as well, that's the other thing about it. So, I am going to go and have a quick look around, play around with the computer cube maybe a little bit. Oh, I'm going to need to make a new one. I'm basically going to see how I want to set out my nuclear reactor. Because I'm not going to want it blowing up, but if it does, I know it's going to be safe because of all the wooded glass. So I'll be back in just a second. Okay guys, I am back, and I think I have chosen exactly what I want to do. 1 second, I just need to click off screen. Yeah, right. I just need to check it wasn't recording my desktop again. Right, yes, I've been using this, and I've been running through, and if I use some overclocked heat vents here, component heat exchangers, and 4 plutonium cells, it will run for X amount of time and produce roughly 50 million EU, and because of how these things work, they constantly restore their durability when they're not being used properly. Well, oh, sorry about that, you probably heard my chair there. They cool down and regain durability, and you can see down here it runs completely stably with plutonium cells. And the other one I came up with was quad thorium cells, which if you run this produce 80 EU a tick, and also it runs for a lot longer and produces roughly 80 million EU. But yeah, if you replace these with plutonium cells, it's 120 EU a tick. So I could easily get 120 EU a tick from plutonium cells. Don't need that running. And I've been looking up plutonium. So you can get plutonium cells from centrifuging re-enriched uranium, or the best and easiest way to do it is just centrifuge uranium dust, because instead of just canning it to give you 1 uranium cell each, it gives you 16 uranium cells, a plutonium, thorium cell, and tungsten dust. And now I was looking at nuclear reactors mainly because of what's it, monazite ore? Yeah, grinding monazite ore actually gives you loads of forcium and loads of thorium. So I was taking a look in here, and I've got a little bit of plutonium kicking around. I've got some uranium dust kicking around, and most importantly, right in here, oh yeah, here, 32 plutonium dust, loads and loads of uranium. So if I take this uranium, grind it all down into dust format, like this, and then just centrifuge out the dust to get the uranium cells, plutonium cell, 4 thorium cells, and all that, I can stockpile all of these nuclear ingredients until I'm ready to use them, and I think this is going to work fantastically. How long does it take to spin it? I didn't even bother looking. 1,000 seconds for that. 2,500 seconds. Let me bring up my calculator here. So 2,500 divided by 60, 41 minutes. So I'm going to want a couple more industrial centrifuges running, but that's alright because I did build a few of them at some point. There should be one here. Yeah, I've got 7 of them built here. So I can set up these industrial centrifuges to centrifuge out the uranium dust. This is going to give me a huge amount of uranium. This is basically all the uranium I've collected over the time playing this world, excluding what I used to make these. But I'm so glad I made those now because I don't have to use iridium to make them. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend going nuclear when you can go solar, because solar is just so much more stable. And I mean, I can get 512 out of one of the max solars, and it doesn't require, you know, fissionable materials and the danger of a 30 power explosion. I believe a normal nuke is a 32 power explosion, if I remember my old config messing days. Ah yes, and I can also just grind down these uranium blocks to get a shitload of uranium super quickly. So that might actually be just worth doing. Yeah, so I'm probably going to set up a whole bunch of these just so that I have all the uranium dust I could ever want, and then I will centrifuge all that uranium dust into cells, and that will give me various amounts of all the different things. So that's going to take a while. 41 minutes per operation, that is a long time. So I want to get this first reactor started now. I also need a little bit more warded glass, so just in case you guys are interested, wood glass requires brains. Lovely. Oh, lovely, I've actually got some I can just make out straight out. I did not leave a wand in the table. Oh, I always lose those wands. They're sitting in my inventory and I lose them. So that's another 37. That should be enough to make a decent dog leg. So the power wires are safe. So let's grab some diamond cable. Should be in here. Oh, I got bored and upgraded like nearly all my diamond chests to obsidian. They look a bit stupid, but they're explosion resistant, which kind of matters. I don't want to go losing all of those to explosions and stuff, so I'll put that in there, and when I come back up, it'll be grinded down. Yay! So let's go down here, and we'll just drop into here. I'm just thinking about the best way of taking the power from all of them. I'm thinking it might just be a good idea to go above them, take the power from above. Is there a wand sitting in my inventory? Only the wand of equal trade as far as I can tell. There should be, yeah, there's 3 in there, right. So I wasn't missing a wand this time. I just constantly don't see them. So if I take the power out and up and do something like this, in fact there's already a layer of warded glass there, so take the power across, up, across, because I'm just feeling that I mean, the Germans had the right idea using dog legs. They do nerf an explosion power, so I'm just hoping that this will nerf the explosion power enough. I mean, I shouldn't have any explosions, but this is just hyper redundancy, and you know, I'd rather spend 5 minutes make some warded glass than have to spend an hour rebuilding, you know, like these quantum tanks and stuff like that. But that should do for now, and then the power will come up and they'll probably converge. I might even just get like an IDSU so that I don't have to take the power upwards just because I'm that lazy. But yes, we need to craft some parts, so let's take a look at how we craft the component heat exchanger, I think it was, and the component heat vent. Maybe this is why I kept the recipe loaded in here, so I could check. Component heat exchanger, component overclocked heat vent, right. So let's have a look at the component heat exchanger. Component heat exchanger. We just need a normal heat exchanger, which is not actually too bad. So what about if we set these guys up to do that? So you, my friend, can make normal heat exchangers, and you can take the normal ones and turn them into component heat exchangers. So it's basically a load of tin, a load of dense copper plate, and electronic circuits. So I should have some electronic circuits left. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Is that all the electronic circuits I have? Oh fuck. Right, I'm going to need to make more electronic circuits. But we can use these ones for now, and then it's going to need a load of tin and dense copper plates. So the dense copper plates are easy enough. You just have to what's it called, squeeze it, and the tin, yeah, I'm going to need a lot of tin. So let's do this. Come on, you plutonium, not plutonium, that's platinum, that's the one. I've still got all this platinum in here, trying to centrifuge out very, very slowly. I've done 2 stacks of it so far, which that's quite a long time. You can roughly tell how long I've been playing / AFKing for. Got any more iridium? No. I've got my quarry running over at the thing, I think. I think it's still running. Let's have a look. Are you running? Yes, you are. Yeah. And my power cells, yeah, of course my power cells are completely drained. My quarry's taking all the energy it can. I know I'm probably doing that wrong and like don't need half as much energy as I have there, but I don't care. And I also get to play around with fabricators this episode, and any episode where I get to play around with fabricators is okay by me. So, could you go ahead and compress some of this for us? Ah, lovely. Thank you, Singularity Compressor. You are such a bro. I love that thing. I love all these machines. Right, and then dense copper plates, chuck them in there, heat exchanger, and you're going to need a source of gold, if my words would work. So, let's just put a diamond chest there, and then let's go and grab some gold. Do we have any random gold? Oh, I might want to run my gold farm a bit. Actually, that might not be a bad idea to run my gold farm. So, I give you gold, and you craft component heat exchangers. Yeah. Now I think, how many did I work out I needed? It's well, it's only 8 component heat exchangers per. I bet the overclocked heat vents have a bit more cost. Overclocked heat vent. That is a reactor heat vent. So iron bars and aluminium, that's really not too bad at all. Some dense copper plates and some gold. And remember, when we're using these in this reactor setup, they should never explode, or like I should basically never lose these, because I am doing it just right. So let's take these out. Oh, can you not control shift click like that? So yeah, we need 8 of these for each reactor. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, we need 8 of these for each, and then we're going to need more of the overclocked heat vents. So I'm going to do some off-camera crafting, including like 50 stacks of electronic circuits, because I'm out. To be fair, I have been using them for the Laptronic energy orbs and the Laptron crystals themselves, and that is not a cheap recipe. Oh, tin, excellent. All the swag, I can just chuck the tin straight in there. So yeah, I'm going to do some crafting and I'll be back in just a second. Right, I just wanted to come back quickly because I've started crafting some stuff. Like I've got these component heat exchangers here, and I've got these heat vents, and all I have to do is dump dense copper plates into this chest and everything is going to start crafting at a huge rate. I can't wait. I love fabricators. So put that in there, and now everything is crafting, and this should have the reactor heat. Oh, I didn't put that back. My bad. So yeah, that will just keep crafting until this fills up, and we're gonna need. I put an exact amount in for how many we're gonna need of these, and I really should have something to automatically pull them out just because. But I just love watching fabricators work. Like if I just turn this off, and then turn this off, and then turn this off. Oh, fabricators are so sexy. So if I turn you on, just starts crafting, and if I turn you on, nothing to craft with. Have we run out of? Oh man, we run out of dense copper plates already. That is really not good. But yeah, I used aluminium as the limiting factor. I needed exactly 3 stacks to make enough for 4 reactors, which is what I've got enough for here in the component heat exchangers. So I need more copper. Have I been cooking? Are you kidding me? I just burned through an entire stack of copper blocks. Well, it was 60 copper blocks, but still, that was 60 copper blocks I just burnt through in a second, basically. Oh my god, fabricators are like the best block ever made. I just love them, they are just so nice. And I mean, yeah, I could just use like a normal crafting table or something, but that... Oh yes. Is that all of those made? Yep. Right, so we still have a lot more to go. Man, this sucks. I was hoping to come on and show you guys just me finishing off here, so let's take another 16, I don't know. It can't hurt to have a bit of extra copper kicking around. I mean, copper is actually the one resource I'm short on. I mean, if you look up here, like I have 11 stacks of copper ore in there, and I have a few stacks of blocks. I mean, I've got blocks of iron for days, blocks of tin for days, blocks of gold for months. I've got lead and everything else, and yeah, I'm like, copper is the only thing I'm actually short on, which just sort of worries me, because I've never been short on copper in a industrial craft like thing, but I suppose I'm using Greg Tech and it took like what, 10 stacks of copper blocks just to make that, so we actually have more than enough dense copper plates, and that should be us completely finished with this. So basically, for every 8 of these, we should have 12 of these, which means there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, there's 8, 9, 10, 11. Did we miss 1 by any chance? Yes, we did. We need 1 more copper plate. The rage is building. The rage is building. One more. I calculated it so wrong so many times. I hate myself sometimes, YouTube. Don't worry. I know it's okay. I know you hate me as well right now. One dense copper plate was all we were missing to just finish everything. So that will give us exactly enough of these for 4 reactors, to keep 4 reactors with either quad thorium cells or single plutonium cells, to keep it running and to keep it safe, most importantly. So that is a mighty, one hell of a mighty chest worth of shit right there. So I am actually going to end the episode here, and hopefully next episode I'll be able to come back and, well, hopefully I'll be able to come back, otherwise there won't be another episode. Yes, the next episode should hopefully be me, fabricators, with all the stuff centrifuged down, because I'm going to have to set that up and basically just like leave it while I AFK, or I've got another thing I want to record in another episode, so I can do that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed watching me fail epically at counting. Something that I've been doing, you know, since I was born. I should be pretty damn good at it. Yeah, you keep that stocked for me. I love this guy. This guy is awesome. I don't like his glowing red eyes though. He creeps me out a little bit. He is awesome though, and he's so cute. He's so awesome. So yeah, we finally have a use for all of this thorium dust. And is that tungsten? That is tungsten. Let me just see. That should be tungsten as well. Wow. Yeah, I have more tungsten than I'm ever going to fucking use. But yes, we now have a use for all this thorium dust. I just love moving stuff around like that. So much fun. Anyway, right, ending the episode. Thanks for watching, guys. You know, maybe give me some hints on the whole nuclear reactor thing if you want. And peace out.